So hey everyone, welcome back to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. I'm just up early this morning and thought I would do a bit more of my diamond painting here so then I can set up the finishing the Raven's Badger Heavenly Sunset puzzle as well. But yeah, I just thought I would do a bit of this. Yeah, I'm up early. Had some breakfast. I better put my brace on actually with how my wrist is feeling. And yeah, so I just thought I would do a bit of this. And I'm going to have to make a phone call around 8 o'clock, but thought I would live stream between now and then. I thought I would. But yeah, I woke up with aches and pains and hungry and that, so I decided to get up and yeah, and I've got to ring power company because I put an extension on my thing and now I need to double check that the extension's there because they keep ringing me, they keep sending me emails saying that my internet connection or whatever is going to be cut off soon if I don't pay it, or I could end up with the fee or blah, 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 blah. And it's like, hang on, how does that work when I paid it? So I'm not quite sure. But yes, so need to sort that out this morning too. So fun. But yeah, thought meanwhile I would just do a bit of my diamond painting and relax a bit. Since I also wouldn't be able to sleep now thanks to that thing waking me up. Thanks to the email that I received about my internet bill and home phone. So it's like, yeah. Hello, Lils. Have you decided it's playtime now, huh? What are you doing, boo-boo? But yeah. Just wondering which section I want to do. I am. So I'm trying to minimize the amount of glue exposure if possible. I am. Mills has decided it's playtime now. Every time I decide to stream. Hello, boo-boo. What you doing? Love ya, but not quite playtime right this minute. Ah, bugger. I keep accidentally doing that with the gems. Hello, boo-boo. You're a good girl. Daniels, what you doing? There is a bit more black in this spot here. I'm just trying to limit the amount of time the glue is exposed to the air to try and minimise dust and everything getting on it, which I've heard can be an issue. It's a faulty one. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to work on a little strip at a time so that I can keep these bits covered. I did start the black up there. I think I'm going to work on just a little strip along this area at a time so that then I'm able to keep the majority of the glue covered, since I don't have anything like washi tape or anything at the moment to help with that. I just want to start some music quickly. Just realised I'm missing that. There. That's better. I need to try and relax my mind and stop stressing about things. Like, what is going on with this internet bill since they're harassing me for the payment, and yet I had an extension, so I thought they wouldn't be harassing me, but yeah. So I'll be stressing over that till I can contact them after 9 a.m. I need to make a phone call around 8 a.m. too, but meanwhile, I'm just going to try and take my mind off it as best I can. Oh, bugger. I think that one flicked further than I was intending. Honestly, all I want is to go back to bed, but till I can sort out this, what's going on with my internet stuff, what they're doing there and why they're harassing me for the payment when I thought I had an extension in place. I'm not going to be able to sleep till I sort that out, which is a bummer. Because they're now threatening if it's not paid by the 6th, we're going to cut your stuff off and that. And I thought they were going to automatically take it out on the 1st of June and all of the rest. And now I have no idea what is going on. And I'm stressed about it. Just what I need for them to send those sorts of messages in the early hours of the morning harassing you, which then stops you from getting needed sleep. Would have been polite if they'd waited till it was actually daytime hours rather than sending it in the early hours of the morning. Would have been, because then I would have still been asleep. Like I want to be, but now I can't sleep because my brain is over racing, going, did I do the extension? Did I do this? Blah, 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 blah. Because usually they auto take it out, and I'm pretty certain that I rung and did the extension because the payment didn't auto come out on the usual date. But I'm questioning it all thanks to their message this morning, them harassing me, and I even thought I even rung at the time to double check that the payment would be auto taken out by them on the first, and the extension thing went through, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm questioning it all because they're like, your payment hasn't been done, blah, 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 blah. I'm sure everyone knows how that works. So now I can't stress because I'm overthinking that and questioning, did I actually do it? I am. Thanks, internet and phone company. How frustrating. Another thing I'm noticing as I'm doing this, I've seen this mentioned, but I didn't actually realise this was the case here because I'm going by the numbers. But people have actually said with the generic ones, the colours don't actually match up to the colours of the Diamante things and that completely with the chart. Like the chart is okay, but what I'm noticing on these numbers on the actual piece, the colours are actually slightly different with the numbers on the piece. So I can see what people are meaning by how some people get confused by that because they aren't totally accurate with the bits that I'm sticking them on. And I'm noticing that with some of the colours, that they aren't completely accurate, but I didn't realise that till I watched it back. Yesterday, till I watched one of the live streams back the other day, and then it's like, oh, there is that bit of difference with the generic ones. And I did go and ask about it, and some people said that they would glue it with a certain type of glue. Other people said roll it, but I think I'd be hesitant to roll just because, from what I've heard, the glue isn't as good on the generic ones. And then other people have said store it flat between things, which is what I'm thinking I'll probably do at the end of the day. I think that's all the F's there. If I've missed some, well, I'll continue. I'll do some more after. Come back. I'll add those ones in as I find them. So yeah, I'm thinking probably what I'll do till I work out whether I glue it or what. I'm just going to store it flat and store the generic ones flat and things. Because from what I've heard, Diamond Art Club's glue and quality in that is a lot better for the price of it. So yeah. V is 18. So I may glue the generic ones eventually, but right now I'm just going to store them flat in something. I'm sending things flying again. I've missed them? I guess I've missed them. I'll just redo them after. L is number 12. But yeah, the colours definitely aren't as accurate with the gems as I thought, but I didn't realise that till I watched over it. But I'm still enjoying it anyway. It's not creating me too much difficulty right at this point. Some more E's that I missed. Okay. Get those E's. I need 3 E's. 3 E's, which is number 19. Should be able to tell them apart from the white. I just quickly need the necessities and then I'll be back. I do. Currently working on J. The letter J colour. Yeah, please. That's right in the middle. Alright, I'm back. Not relaxing as much as I was hoping to whilst I'm stressing about this internet thing. Because I'm certain that I had an extension till June the 1st. I've ignored their harassing emails and messages multiple times in the past, thinking I did ring them and I double checked that the extension was till June the 1st, asking them would they be taking it out on June the 1st or would I have to automatically pay it? All of that stuff. And now I'm just getting these harassing emails saying, if you don't pay it by this time, you will get you'll get late fees charged on top of it. Your service may be restricted, in which case then you will still be being charged for your services, or they may be cut off, all of that stuff. And it's like, I would have thought they wouldn't have done those sorts of harassing messages when you'd organised for an extension and then blaming me saying that they couldn't get in contact with me about it when I was the one that got in contact with them initially and changed it. And it's like I just can't sleep now because I'm stressing over it and wondering, did I not put the extension like I thought I did, or it got me completely second-guessing myself. They do. Like, yeah, thanks. It would have been nice if they'd done that message in the early hours of the day rather than sending it the early hours of the morning, which then means that I can't sleep because I'm second guessing, did I actually set that up like I thought I did? Like, I am certain that I set that up. I rung and did it. And yet they're blaming me for no contact. Saying, oh, we can't get in contact with you about this. It's like I contacted you about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. Otherwise, the pay would have gone out. Blah, blah, blah. But. Anyway, sorry. I just needed to vent. I'm just stressing. I'm stressing about it. Because I am certain that I had that set up. It's like if you've already set up an extension and contacted them, why would they still be harassing you for the payment? And you've already got that set up and you've already been in contact with them, and yet they're saying, we can't get in contact with you about this. They haven't even tried because I already had things set up. At least I'm certain I did, but now I need to ring and double check. Because the pay is meant to come out on the 1st of June. Sorry. I'm just stressing. Probably more than I really should be. Just really annoyed because all I wanted to do was get a decent sleep last night. And now I can't sleep because I'm stressing over that because the stupid power company messaged me about this. And I'm annoyed. It's like that is the last thing you need at that time of the morning. Last thing you need. I'm not going to be able to sleep again till I ring and double check and say, why are you harassing me about this? When I thought I already had it set up for payment extension for June the 1st. Blah, 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 blah. But yes, sorry, I just needed to get that out because I just, it is stressing me out. I'm exhausted, I'm tired, all I want to do is sleep. Yet I can't thanks to the stupid power company. Well, stupid internet company, more like. Need to take some deep breaths. Nothing I can do about it till 9 a.m, unfortunately. I've got to make a phone call around 8. Someone else as well. Yeah. Hi, Nathan. Thanks. I'm doing my best. At the moment, I'm stressing over the stupid power company because they messaged me early hours of this morning saying about things when I thought, when I hadn't, well, I'm certain I had an extension set up, but yeah. And now, as a result, I can't sleep. So yeah, thanks, internet company. Not. But yeah, thanks. I'm doing my best. I am enjoying it. I'm just stressing because I'm certain I had an extension set up on my internet bill. And yet they keep harassing me, and now they're saying they're going to be cutting it off if a payment isn't made by the 6th and blah, blah, blah. And I thought I rung and double-checked things and asked if they were going to auto-take it out on that time and all the rest. And they said, oh, yes. And I thought that if you'd already set that up, they wouldn't be harassing you, yet they're saying, oh, we can't get in contact with you. When I was the one that contacted them and initially set up the extension and all of that stuff. And so it's like, oh, I can't work it out right now. I'm stressing about it because now I need to ring and double check with them this morning and say, why are you harassing me about this when I thought I already had this set up? You kept me up all night because I was from the early hours of the morning because of it. I hate those companies when they do this, in all honesty. Because it's like, all I wanted was to be sleeping, and now I just can't sleep because I'm stressing and worrying about, did I actually set this up like I thought I did? Because if I hadn't set it up, payment would have come out on my usual date when it comes out. It would have. And the payment didn't come out, so I'm certain that I have an extension set up. But then why are they harassing me when there is an extension set up and I have been in contact with them? I hope you get it all sorted out. Probably just an error on their part. Yeah, I'm hoping so. But it is annoying when it means that I can't sleep when I want to be sleeping, shall we say? Do you do diamond painting at all, Nathan, or not? Just curious. Z. Okay, so we'll do the Z next. Which colour was that I just finished? It was J, so 14. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm hoping so too. It's like I've got the money there allocated because my pay just came in on the 27th, ready for it. But yeah, Z is 21. But yeah, do you diamond paint at all, Nathan, or not? Just curious. Once this is done, I'm going to be finishing off Heavenly Sunset at Bag B as well, which I've got going there. I do. All I've got left of that one is the sky with Heavenly Sunset. Not done one before. Can you explain how they work, please? How are you sticking them on? What happens, can you see the plastic sheet that I've been lifting up at all? It's this line that you see along it when I do it. It actually comes on like a canvas thing. This is just a cheap generic one, so it's not as good a quality as, say, something like Diamond Art Club, which I do have some Diamond Art Club ones coming, which I'll be interested to compare to the generic ones. And from what I've heard, the diamonds are better than the in the Diamond Art Club than these ones, because I have found some sort of faulty ones, faulty pieces in here from the generic cheaper beads kind of thing, because this is just a cheap $20 canvas kind of thing. So it's not that expensive per se, the one that I'm currently doing. But basically what it is, this one, there's one with poured glue and one with, it's not poured glue, but I think it's like a contact adhesive or something. But this one's the poured glue. You can tell the poured glue by the clear plastic and being able to see the image on it. And the contact adhesive is one where you can't see the image at all on it. And on that image, it's just got either usually numbers, letters, or symbols. And you typically match the diamonds, or they're called drills, to those numbers, letters, or symbols. It's got little table charts here saying your number, what letter it is to correspond with this, and the colour number. Typically, these ones, because they're just cheap generic, they just came in little Ziploc bags. I'll be interested to see how that, I think it might come today. It's either today or in this next week. I've got my first Diamond Art Club one coming to check. But one thing that I have noticed, and basically that you then use those colour charts and numbers and you stick them onto the canvas kind of thing, onto the poured glue or the contact adhesive canvas. And how you do that is you've got a little pen thing. This is not the best quality one because it's just a cheap one that comes, and you stick it in. You'll see here these two little red wax squares or wax of some type. It'll also come with like a little bead tray for shaking and getting the drills up, because you've got to put them up on the flat side down. And you use the wax in this pen to stick to the, press it in firm. Then you use that to stick onto the drills. So I don't know if you can see that, but the drills are basically then stuck on there. And then you go and peel back the calico or the canvas and you stick it on there using the pen basically. And then as you go, you sort of form an image kind of thing. I don't know totally how to explain it. This is my first time ever doing it. But you basically then stick it onto the image. From what I've heard with the generic ones, better to store them flat if you need to glue them, because they're more likely to have the gems come off with the generic ones compared to Diamond Art Club. But yeah, I'm not sure. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, another thing I've noticed with the generic ones too is I saw this on a few links, but the colour of the gem can be slightly different to the colour chart as well, or what colour it supposedly is. So, and I didn't realise this till I was looking back on it, but this is a $20 40 by 50 one, which is actually 40 by 50 on the outside, so it's actually shorter, smaller on the inside, but they actually are slightly different colours to what the gems actually are on this chart for this one. So that's why you can tell where the lines are, where I've been going, because the colours are different in colour ranges. But from what I've heard with Diamond Art Club, theirs are actually very close to those colours. So I'm going to be interested in doing some comparisons between the different brands when they arrive. But yeah, I hope that explains it. I'm not sure if that explained it very well or not. But this is my first ever diamond art painting. Looks really good. You've explained it really well. I guess when you're finished, you can frame it and put it up on the wall. Yeah, I'm going to have to work on something that, yeah, there's the possibility of framing it. But at the moment, I think I'm going to store it flat till I work out whether I'm going to glue it, what the best glue is for the generic ones, because with Diamond Art Club, it's apparently a stronger glue but it's a big no-no to glue the Diamond Art Club ones because otherwise you void their warranty, and they have a lifetime warranty on pieces, on drills falling off and all of that. So I do have some more generic ones coming, but I'm going to see how the Diamond Art Club goes, and if I'm really impressed with that, then I will probably stick with Diamond Art Club for the future. We'll see. It depends on what I love, and finances, obviously, because finances are a big part of who can get what, or if you can get something or not. But yeah, I'm just going to do that, and then I can consider if I'm going to frame something in the future or what sort of glue. Like for the generic ones, some people said they glue the generic ones because the generic ones don't have as strong a glue as Diamond Art Club, and as a result they're more likely to come loose or the drills will fall off, particularly if you roll them to store. So you're better to store them flat till you decide whether you're going to glue them or what you're going to do with them, all of that sort of thing. Some people will hang them, but I'm not sure if that also means if a breeze or something comes and blows it and it's a strong breeze, if it could blow drills and that off it or what. But yeah, so I've decided till I work out exactly how I'm going to do it, if I'm going to hang it or what, I'm just going to store it flat in something between some piece of cardboard or something. I'm not sure. I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to store it yet, but somehow I'm going to store it flat. Try and limit the dust and that and other things that get on it, but I've got to work that out in the future how I'm going to store that. Might even just be between two pieces of cardboard on top of a cupboard or something like that for now. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely fun. I'm just trying to do some deep breaths and, shall we say, take my mind off stressing about the internet bill, because last thing I want is to lose my internet, because that is how I do all my YouTube stuff. Last thing I want is to lose my internet and phone line for a bit, because yeah, that's how I do all of it. So I'm hoping they've just made a mistake and they're harassing me, not for any particular reason, but I guess I won't find out till after 9 o'clock this morning when I ring them. I missed the letter H. You take the plastic fully sheet off when it's complete. The sheet basically won't stay on once it's fully complete. Right now I'm leaving it on because it's meant to be best not to peel the plastic fully off because it gains dust and stuff on it when you do it, and you don't want the glue drying out and getting dust and stuff all over it, and as a result the drills and that won't stick properly. So I'm just trying to do little bits at a time with peeling it off and back so that we're not sort of getting dust all over it, and so the glue and that stays sticky till I get everything on. But once everything is on, it won't be able to stay on there. It'll basically just stay off because everything will be on there. There'll be nothing left for it to really stick to. So yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, there won't be any plastic left on there once it is completed. Just put that purple one there. I missed one of the purples, so every now and then I'll go and pull out. If I find one that I missed, pull it out and stick it on whilst I know where it is. And did that again. Scent beads flying, basically. Hopefully there's not more. Last thing I want is to not have enough to finish the piece. I might get one. You sold it to me. You're welcome. They're fun. There is Diamond Art Club in America, but they're a bit pricier apparently for better quality. I just got this. This is a generic one that I'm doing currently off eBay, which was $20 for a 40 by 50 centimeter one. But one thing to keep note of if you're buying one, buy larger sizes because the smaller the size, the less detail it has. So it'll actually look better the bigger it is. It will. It does. It looks better the detail it is, but also depending on, you might just want to start with a cheap generic one to see what you think of it. But what I've noticed with the cheap generic ones, there isn't as much stuff in the toolkit or whatever. Like, I didn't realize this at first, but with Diamond Art Club, and I'm keen to receive my first one, which is in Australia now, just waiting for it to. It says it's been forwarded for delivery, but I'm still waiting for it to come yet. Where did I sent beads flying everywhere again. But apparently it comes with things like washi tape and all of that sort of stuff as well with the Diamond Art Club one, and it also comes with tweezers and that. Some of these generic ones. Oh, it also comes with a multifaceted head thing, like a single thing for placement as well as a multi-head placement one. But whereas the generic ones, they typically only come with the very, very, very basic. So just like a single head thing like what I'm using here. Just a single little tray. Nothing like washi tape or whatever. Very basic wax. That kind of thing. So from what I've heard, Diamond Art Club sort of has, it costs more, but it has better quality kind of thing. But just to let you know, if you buy just a generic one to test it, to see what it's like to start out, just don't expect a whole heap of tools or stuff like that, as I learnt from mine. But at the same time, whilst there are some faults with the generic ones because they're cheaper, blah, 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 I've been pleasantly surprised that it is a bit better quality than I thought it would be as well. So, like, I was expecting it to be even shoddier than it is, so. Yeah, I hope that helps anyway. And I'm hoping I haven't just lost too many more drills either. How long do you estimate it to take to finish one? Hard question as it's your first. I'm not sure. This one I've live streamed most of it except for one part, which is like 7 hours for one part that I didn't finish. 14 hours, then whatever else I've done live. So 7, 14, at least an hour, whatever time this is. And that's not even half finished yet. Or a third finished yet, so I'm not totally sure how long it'll take, but obviously it'll take a while, but this one doesn't have all the extra, like some of the tools you can get ones that will place 4 beads at once in certain rows, that kind of thing. This one doesn't have that option because it's just a cheap generic one. It is. But yeah, I'd say it'll take a while. But in some ways too, I'm actually preferring, in all honesty, whilst I can see the use of the multi-tool bits, I think I'm actually enjoying placing them individually because less chance of making mistakes in my mind. But yeah, just be warned if you get the generic. Like, for me, I was surprised the generic wasn't as bad as it was, but better to buy a larger image than a smaller image. But also, there are some faults with them, but just be aware that they don't come with as much gear as the more expensive kits. like from Diamond Art Club. They don't. And they don't have as good a quality drills and that, obviously, because you're paying for cheap stuff, not top quality if you just buy it cheap. But it's a good way to, I guess, start too and see if it is something that you'll enjoy, rather than just going and forking out a heap of money straight away on an expensive kit and then realizing, oh, I don't like that. And then feeling like, oh, I wasted a whole heap of money. Whereas if you start with a cheap one or a generic one, it's unbranded, at least then you're going to know if it's something that you enjoy. You haven't spent a fortune, and you get the chance to really see if it is something you'll enjoy or not. And at least you haven't, at the end of the day, you won't have spent a fortune if it ends up being something that you don't enjoy. But as for me, I've discovered I actually really like it, but also I'm finding it's really challenging with my coordination with all my hand and wrist issues and that I've had. And I'm hoping that it'll help with trying to improve that coordination and stuff again over time too, because I still have hand and wrist issues and all of the rest. So that is something that I've really been struggling with, is my coordination stuff and that with this. And I'm hoping as time goes, this will help with improving that and getting my wrist and that a bit stronger and all the rest again. Same as jigsaws, some brands better than others. Yep, pretty much. But then I guess too, it depends on if you love the image or not, as to if you're willing to take the chance with the cheap one too. Like, this one was gotten for me by a friend and I really love the image. It's like this white tiger with flowers and that, although I can't work out how the rose is covering one of its eyes. But it's basically like a white tiger with pink flowers. It is. But pink is my favourite colour in that, and I really like tigers and that, so I got this one, but I guess it depends too if you really love the image. Like Diamond Art Club, there's still more on there that I really, really want. But the thing is, when I got the recent ones, I ended up going with, rather than just getting the one that I wanted, they had some on clearance or sale, and I ended up choosing to get the clearance or sale ones because with my funds and the way it is, I was thinking of the amount of time that I would be able to, that I would get out of them, but also, like, obviously they're still good quality and stuff, but I was sort of thinking, I decided to go with the clearance ones because at the end of the day, I could get more out of it for my money than just by getting a single one that I was going to get. And that is a lot of what I'm also looking at these days too, just because of my finances. I'm trying to get the maximum bang for my buck. And I really hope to save and get some more of the other Diamond Art Club ones they have available. But at this point in time, I sort of went with some of the clearance ones that I liked because of the fact, it did give me more bang for my buck, and it gives me more entertainment and a longer period of time to do them, kind of thing. So, well, it gives me more to do over time rather than not having as much to do because I only got the one. And so, I decided better to get the multiples on discount just because of the way my funds are currently, and it gives me more to do whilst I try and save to hopefully get more in the future. Obviously, between all my medical cost bills and all of that I've still got to pay, because those things are kind of priorities to try and get my health better so I can do more YouTube and all the rest. They are. Oops, and I go and spill it again. I just need a drink. What's the image of your diamond art one coming? I've got 4 coming because I got them on clearances, although I was kind of disappointed. The first one I've got coming, I actually got it before it dropped to even lower cost, so I was like, bugger! But not a lot I can do about that. So that was Z. I'll just put these away and then I'll get the images up and I'll get those up to I'll quickly get the links to show you. Yeah, it probably would be similar to paint by numbers but with gems. But so one currently went on, it was reduced already when I got it, but then it went even more reduced, shall we say, after I'd gotten it. So it's like, bugger! It was, but at the same time, well, yeah, I'm still lucky to have it anyway. So this was the one that I got. Initially it was reduced to like 106, now it's even cheaper. Called Mermaid Legends. Then the other ones, if I can find them. If they're still there and available. I can't actually move the computer because it's cabled and it'll disconnect if I move it off the cable. Oh, work, you silly thing. Stupid hand and wrist is playing up. That's the another one that I got on the reduced ones. 122,988 gems on that one. It looks like one of the ones I did have on there might already be sold out and it's not on there anymore. The other one might be. So one of them I can't show you because it's already sold out. But it was a Hannah Lynn piece. And it looks like the other one that I got with round gems is sold out too completely. So I can't show you those other two, but they're 2 that I got anyway. they are. But yeah, that's just 2 of the ones that I got. But there are others that I want that are full price and that, or a little bit on sale, but yeah, I decided to go bang for my buck right at this point just to get a little more value for money so that I can have a little more to do whilst between medical appointments and oh yeah, the stuff for my upcoming service dog prospect. I can try and hopefully save for a few more of the Diamond Art Club ones. And meanwhile, it still gives me more to do to work around in between my puzzles and everything else. I like the mermaid one the best. Yeah, it was cool. It was just a shame that I got it right before it went on sale, but oh well. Well, it was on sale. It was on special when I got it. But then it went even cheaper. But yeah. This one is great too. Not so keen on the landscape one, but bet it will look good when finished. Yeah, I know. I kind of like a range of things to do. And yeah. But yeah, so I just decided I've got another sort of more fantasy image one coming too that I couldn't show you because it's no longer on the site because it's sold out. But I just sort of, I guess I decided with the way my medical bills are going and piling up and all the rest, I still want to save for some other ones. But I decided to go for the sale ones for now because it gives me more that I can do around my channel and the puzzles and all the rest, meantime kind of thing. And I'm really finding it is something that I'm really having to work with just with regards to my hand and wrist and its coordination and stuff. So I think it's possibly a good thing for that as well. But yeah, I just decided since I don't have a lot of funds currently, better to try and get more for the price of one than try and just go for the one and then not have much to help with that and keep me going meanwhile, if that makes sense. So you have puzzles and now diamond art. Do you have any other hobbies? Hi, George Lewis Rosales. Did I get that wrong? I don't know. Sorry if I did. I have my, which I'm hoping to get back to with time, which is part of the reason I'm doing these, is the adult colouring, my art, reading, but I've got to try and get on top of my health a bit and just slowly get back to things, if that makes sense. So I look forward to continuing with my art and colouring and all of those things on this channel as time goes as well. I do, but it's just time because it's been years and years that I've been unwell and it's going to take years to slowly work at getting improvement and getting better and all of that. And as that happens, I should hopefully be able to get back to doing more stuff. And at least now I've found a professor/doctor who has an idea what is going on with me and can help me to get better. Whereas I've had so many people tell me, oh, we can't help you, we can't do this, we've got no idea, blah, 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 blah. At least I've now got someone on my side that can help. And she's warned me it's not going to be a sprint, it's going to be a marathon. It is going to take a while, blah, 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 blah. But I do look forward to working on getting back to the other things that I love as time goes as well. So, yeah. Where are you from? I'm from Australia. I am? But yeah, that's my other hobbies. Nathan. And they're things that I am aiming to get back to with time. But it's just going to take time and getting on top of all my health stuff and that a bit more and that, so that injuries and stuff can heal, things can improve, things can get better, blah, blah, blah. And then hopefully I should be able to do those things that I love again. Fingers crossed. I also build mini blocks and Lego. Nice. But yeah, mine is a lot of really crafty sort of stuff. Like, if you look back on my channel, you'll see all my art stuff and my colouring stuff and all of that. And reading stuff. And I really want to get back to it. Like, I started trying to do this, but I was doing review stuff through HarperCollins Australia, the publishing company. But I sort of haven't been requesting lately because I haven't been able to keep up with things and all the rest. And so they sort of stopped sending me stuff, and I sort of felt bad because I wasn't doing my obligations, blah, 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 blah. And so I've just got to try and work on getting on top of my health so that I can get back to doing more reading and more of the rest. I got to get my head feeling a lot better too, so that I can actually sit and read for a decent time frame and all the rest. But once all that stuff starts improving and that, I'm going to be scheduling different days for different things on the channel. I pretty much am. So someday, like, I'm not saying it'll be the full day doing that thing, but some days, one day it might be my artwork. Another day it might be the adult colouring. Another day it might be the reading. Another day it might be the diamond art. Another day it might be the puzzle. So on and so forth. And trying to get a bit ahead with the content, which currently I can't do because I just don't feel up to it. But it's things that I'm just going to be working on getting back to in time. As well as puzzles, as you know. Yeah. Ooh, Australia, have you seen Lanzaro? No. Kangaroos, yes, I've seen them. At my grandparents' farm is the kangaroos. They come out most nights on dark and close to dark. I've even seen emus. Because my mum's farm has the odd emu on it. I can't quite see well enough, but is that all white diamonds down the left side by the pink flower? This part here? Or which part? Right? No, that's left. Left. It's not quite all white. That was the thing. I did play with this a lot, trying to get it focused, but I couldn't get it as focused as I wanted to, unfortunately. But it's kind of a mix of a bluey, pinky, purple sort of mix along here. It is. So all along this side is that, and there's sort of this white, bluey, purpley, pinky mix. But unfortunately, I couldn't get it to totally focus enough that you could see every little detail. I tried getting it as close as I could. I played with it over multiple live streams. And yeah, and I even sort of played with it a bit on a stream with some people on the stream and asked their opinions and thoughts and adjusted things and mixed things and played with things. And this was about the best we could get it, unfortunately. I even switched off my puzzle light that I use for time lapses and that. I'm from Mexico. I love your videos. Oh, thank you, George. I appreciate it. I love doing arts and crafts stuff and bringing joy to others through my YouTube channel. It's awesome. Even though sometimes I have the odd vent on here as well. Like I just was about the internet company earlier. But yeah, all this side is sort of a mix of like a pale blue, pale pink, white, some purpley greys. That kind of thing is all down that side of the flower. And this side by the pink flower too is the same sort of colour tones. So it's a lot of those. But yeah, I played with it over 3 or 4 live streams and even asked people watching the stream, oh, what do you think of this setting, this setting, this setting? Played with it. And in the end, we all conceded, well, that's probably about the best we can get it. And I even switched off. As you know, I usually have a yellow light on when I'm time-lapsing things, and I can't avoid that when I'm time-lapsing or else the time-lapses won't work out. But I switched that off and decided, well, I'm just going to have to do the diamond painting live only because of the fact that it just wasn't, the lighting was blowing it out as well there. So I'm basically doing this in a very darkish house to try and get it to, for you to be able to see as much details as possible. Because I know my lighting and stuff does blow things out and annoys me. But there's also not a lot else I can do about it whilst I can't afford overhead lighting and all the rest. Unfortunately. But goals for the future whenever I can eventually hopefully get a room built with a dedicated puzzle room and all the rest. It is. We've taken your mind off that for now. Yeah, the internet issues, I mean, yeah. I think I was stressing over it so much is because right now, a lot of what I can do with little bits as I can is the live streams or little bits of things with my internet thing, and that's kind of been my sanity and my thing for keeping on trying to get better and keeping on improving is because I really love doing the YouTube stuff and all the rest. And so I was sort of stressing over it because this is kind of the thing that's kept me going through all these hard times, all the struggles, all the rest is keeping on working towards getting back to doing this stuff that I love and helping others and bringing joy to others and that. It is what I feel like I'm meant to do and I want to do in my life. And I think I was stressing over that because if I lost my internet and stuff, that is a lot of what I love to do or watch or things like that. Like I don't watch normal TV. I just watch stuff on YouTube or Netflix or all the rest. And if I lost my internet and stuff for a bit, it's like there goes a lot of the things I do to keep myself sane with my disability and all of the rest. And I think that's why I was stressing out so much over it. If that makes sense. These things are the things that keep me from getting depressed at the end of the day and stuff like that. If that makes sense. It will keep me going at the end of the day and keep me believing I can get back to doing the things I love again and all the rest. And I don't have a lot of human physical contact. I'm very isolated in that. So also talking to all of you over YouTube is kind of, I guess, my my social connection or my way of sort of having someone to talk to and coping and managing and all of the rest. If that makes sense. But yeah, I'll sort it out this morning anyway. Not a lot else I can do about it right at this point in time. I think I'm going to say something to them, though, about sending it in regular business hours rather than in the early hours of the morning and preventing someone who might have a disability and stuff like that from being able to sleep because of stressing about the internet emails harassing them. Where are your 51,300 pieces puzzle? It's actually in my bedroom at the moment, stored in there, because I'm working on finishing what I've currently got in progress at this point in time. And then I can work out where I go once I've finished my current in-progress pieces in the future, whether that be doing some small ones for a bit first or going on to another large one. I will work that out at the time as the time comes, but I think by the time I finish an 18,000 or 40,320, another 4,000 and 1,500 piece, I might be looking for some small ones for a little bit. But yeah, it's currently stored in my bedroom. It is. And I'm still waiting on the Graphica ones to come yet, because somehow they've gotten lost in the mail, and I sort of asked Brisbane Puzzle Shop about it, and she said because she's had a lot of health stuff and that happening too, and currently broken her foot and that, has to have surgery and that for that. And I sort of asked her about it, and she said, oh, I'd forgotten about that. Thank you for reminding me. But they'd never turned up, so we don't know what's happened with them with the post. But it's like a huge pallet order, so from what I knew last time I asked her, she was chasing it down, but I'm not sure if she's gotten much of an answer or managed to chase it down yet, because our postal service has made it even harder to get in contact with them by removing the internet contact line and making it phone call only, which you would have to wait multiple hours for to try and turn people off from contacting them and chasing things down, which is annoying. So, waiting to hear about those yet, but they'll get here eventually, but somehow the postal system just keeps losing things at the moment, which is annoying. It is. Look after yourself and catch up with your progress soon. Yeah, I will, Nathan. Thank you. I've got to go now as it's late and bedtime here, so I'm going to leave you with George and the others. Yeah, thanks, Nathan. I'm going to head off probably around, I set an alarm around 8 because I've got a phone call to make then. But the power company one won't be till 9, or the internet company one, but I'll sort it out. It'll get there eventually. Yeah, enjoy your night. I wish I could have slept the night through if not for the internet company's message. But I intend to say something to them about that. But yeah, I hope you have a good evening anyway, or a good night. And you get plenty of sleep, unlike me. I do. You look after yourself as well. What music do you like? It's kind of a range. It's inspirational stuff that makes me relax, stuff that helps with coping, inspirational messages. I don't have a particular favourite, George. It's just whatever sort of works for me at the time that helps me cope and get through is basically what I listen to. So I don't sort of have particular favourites. It's the same with all my art and my colouring and all the rest. I don't actually have a particular favourite because I just want to enjoy everything and make the most of all the stuff that I've got. So I don't actually pick or choose favourites, really. It's the same for my books. But that is just the way that it seems to have worked out best for me at the moment. So I just don't tend to choose favourites and that, and I'll just do what I like or listen to what I like at the end of the day. $20. R is 15. But yeah, so just varies based on how I'm feeling with the music and all the rest. Same for books, same for all the rest. I just choose it based on what helps me at that point in time. I do. My Lils. Okay, that is all the R's. We need O. But yeah, I just don't like to choose favourites. Probably the only thing that I've got a favourite in is my teddies, and that is the little bear that you see there, who's become the mascot of the channel, Prince. That's probably the only thing I've actually got a favourite in all honesty. And here's my favourite there. He is. He's the one that's helped me cope and get through a lot at the end of the day. That little bear has. Oh. But yes, you've probably noticed he's regularly in the videos and has kind of turned into a mascot of the channel in some ways. He has. But I'm glad you love the channel anyway. It's awesome. So number 10 is K. Nearly finished another little section though. I'd ended up working out a better way to work this to try and minimize dust getting on things and glue drying and all the rest. So that's why I'm working on it more this way now. Just a little row at a time. But since this is my first time doing diamond painting, I'm just trying to learn the best ways of doing things as I go with the basic kit as well. Where does the teddy bear come from? It's a gift. It was one that I actually bought years ago when I travelled for, I think it was my pop's funeral in Queensland, because I didn't feel comfortable with my autism or Asperger's. I just needed something to comfort me. And so at the end of the day, as I was going through the airport, before I went out to have to meet my father, who I don't have any contact with anymore, and who I was so uncomfortable being around him and my nana and all of that. Like, my nana was really good to me as a kid and all of that. Don't get me wrong, she was. But after family circumstances, things turned awkward there. I didn't feel comfortable with my Asperger's. And so quickly, as I was going through the airport, I just called into the airport shop and found him sitting on one of the airport things, and I fell in love with him and got him because I just needed that comfort and that all of the rest at that time. And yeah, here he is still years later. And he's gotten me through a lot the last 12, 13, 14 months with all my health stuff and that too. He's travelled a lot of places with me and stuff like that for my comfort and my feeling better, to feel better and cope and manage, and yeah. But yeah, he basically came from an airport in Queensland many, many years ago. And I never really used him a lot till this last 12, 13, 14 months. And he's just gotten me through a lot in that period. He really has. He has. The bear has been a lifesaver a lot of times. And now I'm currently in the process. I've got the funding sorted. I've got all the gear sorted. And I'm currently in the process of getting a service dog prospect puppy. The puppies are being born. 7 girls, 2 boys. And I'm hoping to get a little girl with the right temperament for a service dog prospect work. And so now it's just waiting to find out if one of the girls does have the right temperament. I've got fairly good odds with being 7 girls. So it's just waiting to find out if that's the case. If so, end of July, early August, I should have a service dog prospect puppy coming home to train and work with. And then yeah, that's another thing that I'll be able to have with me all the time as I need it, and that with my Asperger's and stuff too. And I can't wait to do that, but I'm hoping it'll fall into place like everything else has. Like, I was surprised that Somewhere is funding me the full funding amount to cover the cost of the training for the service dog prospect and all of the rest. And so I am very lucky and blessed in the fact that it is all falling into place. Now it's just waiting to find out for sure if I've got a pup or not. And then, yeah, but that won't be probably till they can't really test till about 4 or so weeks old. And they're about 4 days old currently. But yeah, that is one of the other costs that's going to be coming into limiting the amount that I'll be able to spend on my channel, and that on top of all the increasing medical bills. But I'm lucky I found a doctor who is willing to let me pay what I can each fortnight as my allowances allow for different amounts. And yet she's still willing to treat me to help me get better so that I can do things again, because basically I was on the point of life or death. And so she's like, I'm so glad that you got to me when you did, because, yeah, it was possible that I would have died if not. So, highly possible. But yeah, and she thinks the service dog is a good idea for me as well and all of that, so Now it's just waiting to find out that there is the right girl puppy with the right temperament in that litter. If that works out, then I will be able to start my service dog prospect training, where I'm sort of training the dog, learning how to train the dog and all of that too. My birthday, 21st of December. It is. I think I'll be 37 or something this year. I can't remember for sure. I think it'll be around 37. Think it will. But yeah, everything is slowly falling into place with the service dog prospect anyway, to help me in the future in my life and that. And now it's just waiting to see. Basically everything is in place. I've got all the gear, I've got all the food, I've got everything I need for the pup. It is now just waiting to see that there is a little puppy there available that will be able to come home to me, that has the right temperament for service dog work. So, and I've got better odds considering the fact that there was 7 girls born, so that gives me better odds that there will be a girl there with the right temperament at the end of the day. But you can't actually fully tell till they're about 4 weeks. You can't really test them or whatever till they're about 4 weeks or so old. But I'm hoping, I'm praying. And yeah, now it's only time will tell, because that's the only thing left to fall into place, is the actual puppy. They've been born, all of that. It's just now waiting to find out that that there is the right one there to come home. 21st. 21st of December. I think I'll be about 37 this year. So, 21st of December is my birthday. But I was never actually lacking for birthday presents or anything like that. Sometimes I would actually end up with more than my brothers and sisters, because of the fact I would end up with a week-long birthday and Christmas as we travelled around to family members' places and all of that. So, yeah. Was never an issue being like a Christmas baby or anything like that. Never was. Never was. Oops, I missed a whole heap of S. There. Hang on, I'll come back to these. I wanted to finish A last. I will. So I wanted to do S. A last. I wanted to do S first because A is my favourite colour out of the lots on here. Thought I missed some S. Rebecca, I love you. Thank you, George. Oops. No, I did get it on there, but I flipped. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it at that, just because of the fact that, yeah, I've finished that row and I'm going to need to make a phone call soon in about half an hour. So I think I might finish up here and leave it at this for now. But yeah, I've made a bit of progress anyway, and I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please leave a like, subscribe, comment. I always love hearing from you. And yeah, I will see you later. Bye.